Automatische Getriebe legt 2 Gänge gleichzeitig ein. Kurz darauf rutscht auch Dario Franchitti von der Strecke. Giancarlo Fisichella als Schuldigen. Er fährt Franchitti ins Heck.
Plätze verloren, nämlich insgesamt 5 von der 3. Position zurückgefallen bis auf den 9. bzw. 8. Rang. Versucht vorbeizukommen an Gavin und schlägt in die...
Coming to the long right-hander at the end of the start-finish straight. Oh, he's off! Franchitti on the cross! Franchitti off and in the barriers, and the Mercedes tips over onto its side.
That's his car right there. Allenser Jr. They look hooked. See, they're hooked and they're trying to accelerate. Their wheels are hooked. They've got nowhere to go. Now they separate them.
If we can find out what happened here, John. Well, he's up on the grey stuff very early in the corner. Oh, and that really was. Now, that's exactly what I was just talking about. The nature of these corners means when it goes wrong, they do hit the wall at a nasty angle. Although, in fact, it wasn't that bad an angle. It hit the rear really more than the front initially. It would have been a hell of a shock that they... He was right behind Blundell as they came out of the corner, and it was really just, he got on the power here, and it was just one of those crazy incidents. He just didn't quite catch it in time, and they're pretty much together. See if we can spot Dario here. There, he just lost it on his own, coming into turn 3, but then behind him there's the smoke screen, which really messed up several cars behind.
Yeah, and just a Constantine accident behind that. There's Tracy spinning. There's Herder, clean pass on the inside. Dario Franchitti stays to the outside line. Herder tries to squeeze him out. They come together, and poor old Vassar there, absolutely innocent.
He could have possibly clipped the inside wall. It's actually like a double apex situation here. You can't quite, it just doesn't come in the picture quick enough. But
they've moved the wall back though a little bit.
You see, look, PJ Jones on the outside, and I don't understand why he squeezed across there. Well, he must surely have seen that Franchitti was coming up.
One would have thought he would have seen him there, particularly after making an error of his own. But certainly, you do exit the road on one side of the track, then you do move across to the right.
Inside into turn 3, right down onto the pit lane. Oh no! They've hit each other! I don't believe it! They've done it again! Houston last year when they made contact, and now they...
To get past, basically, oh, and Greg Moore just came across, turned in, and Franchitti was already
really on. Take a look at this again. Montoya was turning in. Franchitti over brakes because he knew he wasn't going to make it and lost the back end of the car and threw.
What happened to him?
There's Fernandez, and there's Franchitti right in behind him. Coming off of turn 8.
His new ride, subbing for Christian Fittipaldi. Dario Franchitti, same sort. It up, and Cristiano digs down the inside. Then Michael locks it up, and then Dario reacts along.
Last night, and he was talking about the very situation where they had gotten together in the past and said that it had both had it explained to him by the team owner Barry Green on how they would deal with that. Apparently, they need a.
Went on in that battle. This was. As Franchitti went off, Tagliani was down the inside. Franchitti tried to stay with him around the outside on the dirt.
He does take a lunge up the inside. Jimmy doesn't know he's there, not great surprise, and it all ends in tears. And I have to say, that really shouldn't have happened there at all.
Totally agree with you there, Ben. I think
This is, you can see here, he just gets turned in a little bit early. Flouts the right rear. Now watch the left rear as he exits and gets the back.
Franchitti.
That's going to go. This is coming down into turn 11. Hard on the brakes. You can see he gets the rears locked on turn in. He just stands on the pedal here. Full tank slapper getting around him there. He just didn't quite get it all the way around, a little bit.
Tracy will be furious. That's 2 races this weekend he's been out of. Of course, the go-kart race on Friday night. Here's the first lap where Serbia...
Down into the festival curves. You can see Franchitti on the outside here. Boom! Right into the back of Brian Herda. 140 mile an hour on the entry. Gets the brakes locked up. Never comes off them. Guess what? The car's not going to turn. It's tractor pull. Lagoon.
Franchitti by Serbia.
Wow.
For the Dario.
Oh, the same place. Exactly the same place we mentioned earlier. Between 3 and 4, once you get out into the groove.
And then a few seconds later, as his teammate Dario Franchitti, who came through on a potential pole run, he hit the oil and then the fence right in.
Wide open, it is very fast. Friday and Saturday had incidents just like this with Dario Franchitti hard in.
At the highlights of this morning's practice. First, Dario Franchitti got the right side wheels off and hit the tire wall hard.
Started in that first practice session, the three Team Green cars went out together. Paul got on with very little grip there right now. They're really looking to try and get some rubber down through that corner, and we saw big power slide there with Dario Franchitti, lost the rear end, and first lap there, I believe, in that backup car.
Got into the dirty part of the racetrack. Harmless spin for Dario Franchitti in that concrete. Yeah, more or less the same.
Yeah. You see, he didn't turn at all using his 15 laps. Here's another look at what happened to Franchitti.
That's up in turn 6, turns in. Ooh. The back started to get away, went back to the power, but just not enough lock to catch.
You impact the wall. Actually, there you go.
Well, like Franchitti didn't see Scheckter slow.
Yep. Again, one of those situations where you couldn't tell.
Oh, those cars almost got together.
So, dropping down the order, you'll forgive us, but this is the first time we've actually seen this also. And Franchitti.
In fact, it happened to Franchitti.
That's just a little bit after the fact there, but I'm thinking that maybe those two cars touched with the way the back end of his car just started to oversteer and come out from underneath him.
The car swapped ends on me, and that was the end of it. So very disappointed, because I think the RKX car was good for the pole.
That spin at the top of the...
He's starting to slow down there, the car that's on your right-hand side. He feels something already. The right rear actually starts to go off across the grass. No grip there, and, you know, going up the road like...
He's on the high side.
Look at this. He gets this big run down into the inner loop. Oh, he just got on the brakes late.
This is probably as race as we've seen her since Texas.
Oh, and here comes...
Oh, a car upside down, flying upside down, and that's Franchitti. 3, 4, 5 cars involved.
Franchitti welded Dixon and Scheckter, and it looked like that touching...
Not had brakes or something. Wow. Runs directly into the back.
And rode right up over the rear end of Koski Matsura and went 360. And you can see as he's in midair still trying to drive the race car. That's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Boy, this race has highlights everywhere. That was the craziest thing I've seen. And I don't know why Dario didn't slow down. You see the car flying by one of the cameras, upside down, and you're taking out the safety lights, and unbelievable.
Okay.
Il se touche, je me dirais, il va tout droit. Boum, il se touche. Et là, il part en tête à queue. Franchitti plonge à gauche.
Ah, il lève le pied.
But he kept in the throttle. You see, he definitely got some help on this one. You see Brad Keselowski out to back up. These guys are a little frustrated, though, because this is a lap car, and these guys are trying to race for the win.
Well, man. Watch that spring come out of the car, right behind the car. Watch it hit the track and just bound around back there.
Guys, you got to believe something broke in this car. Because
take another look. Joey Clanton gets by, and they're coming in very hard. Was the Bobby Hamilton car or truck of Dennis Setzer?
Here's the replay. Caught the tires, and they guessed it.
Exactly what happened. And you can see Dario Franchitti looks like he loses a tire getting into the corner and triggers this wreck.
Now watch his car come around right down in front of traffic. Some cars really had nowhere to go. There's the 91 come 40 car, 18-year-old Brian Clausen. There's the contact. Franchitti spins, and the yellow flag waves.
There's two drivers trying to share the patch, and neither one of them got it right. But that's...
Menard got in the back of Franchitti almost before they got to the entrance of turn 3.
2 laps down. It was kind of in progress. See if we can.
Under yellow, contact. Casey Kane in the 9 car, and Dario Franchitti up in the corner. Slow down at all. I don't think he...
Digger.
Car battle.
So Graham goes, oh, he's going for the pits. He's going for the pits and gets on the brakes and almost runs into the back of Rahal. Woohoo!
Was he going for the pits?
Yeah.
Or did he just think he was going to follow him?
Franchitti, Davey, didn't take him long to figure out just how slick turn 5 is.
Yeah, he went right off.
And see exactly what happened. Trying to go on the inside of Ed Carpenter when there really wasn't room. Ed had to turn.
As we mentioned mentioned earlier, the car, he had some problems during the practice session on Friday. Davey, it looked like the wet just seemed to get.
Just so much understeer.
I'm safe, and let's move on.
Frustrated, but okay. We're back to green, Marty.
Race leader is into the wall, and we have multiple cars now.
Up a lot of dust, but we're watching the. Oh, he made contact with the wall.
Yes, he hit the inside wall of
11.
Of 11, and then it shot him outside of 10, and he hit the wall. Yeah, he just went straight off, hit the wall.
And then tore the rear wing off when he made contact.
Break of that car, you've got to be careful.
Oh,
and Franchitti blows
oh, he's not going to make it.
Into the tires. Wow. The tires.
And it's because you're braking and turning on the entry, and just when you're braking.
Oh, he got punted. Got punted, and the front nose went into the tires that were sitting there.
Scott and Mike Conway. Oh, he hit Franchitti.
Franchitti.
Mike Conway punted, got right into the back of Franchitti.
We're watching the replay now to see, and Dario was all by himself. He had gotten bottled up, and Mark had made mention. Boy, he made a hard contact there as when the right side IndyCar Series champ loops it. Dario Franchitti made contact with the tire barrier.
Take an extra lap and a half over the rears to come in. Boom.
And look who's right behind him, his teammate.
Yep.
Oof.
What a tough day for Ganassi.
As we talked about this earlier on, and
oh, this happened. This is when Marino's still in the car, so that was quite some time ago when this happened.
And there's the marbles on the outside there. Sato gets loose.
Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. That is a horrifying ride for Dario Franchitti.
Oh, man. That is an oval crash we've seen before, and we hate to see that kind of impact.
Sato,
oh, boy. Well, look at the debris go through. Oh, boy. And fencing. Yeah, it does look like there might be some